Diaz from Paris. I'm a professional dancer and I dance with the Léon Rose project. The question is if I think that dancers dance less on the dance floor and social dancing. For me, it's true. I remark it that they dance less than before. I cannot explain why. Maybe I think today there is so many congresses, a lot of congresses, and I think maybe some dancer get bored, get tired to do to travel a lot, to do a lot of congresses. I don't know, maybe it can be the reason, I don't know. I'm not like that, I have another mind. I think for me it's very important to dance with people because people come to learn, come to watch shows, but they come also to dance with the artist. And sometimes for them it's more important to come and dance with artists than looking show or doing workshop. Sometimes they will remember just, oh, I dance with this guy or this girl, and they will maybe forget this show or another one. So for me it's really important that dancers share. People are here to dance with artists and to share experience.
Okay, I think really now the artists done less than before. It's sometimes for ego, because you feel I'm a big artist, I feel tired and don't tell everybody, but I think it's not only this. When you are professional and you work every weekend traveling around the world, it's really hard. You imagine you take a flight, it's maybe 10, 12 hours to fly, and you arrive to the party, it's like an elite sport. You training all days, class all days, traveling, you feel tired, you feel pain. Not always it's only for ego, sometimes because you can't dance more. But I think it's really important to try to understand the artist too. Okay, we try to understand you, but you try to understand the artist too. It's not always only, it's not easy. Sometimes I feel sick, I maybe have fever. I in the party dancing with the people. People don't know this. I think in the social dance it's very important. It's more hard for the ladies, of course. Sometimes you have a perform, maybe 2 in the morning, and the people see you with the lady with the eye perfect, the makeup, and that with me. And the artist say, no, I have a show. And people don't understand. Okay, maybe you have a problem in your arm, and you need rest for the show. It's really important. Sometimes we go to the hotel because maybe next morning we have one workshop 10 in the morning. You can't stay 6 in the morning dancing all the night because next day you need your happy face in the workshop, hello everybody, and you need to put your energy. It's really, really important. But sometimes it's ego for the artist, and this is the problem. For me, the social dance is the most important part of the festival. The show is okay, the workshop is okay too, but the social dance is the most important because the people try to find the contact with the artist. Okay, for the people, the artists are idol. It's really important. It's try to dance with you. I always say the same. I remember long time ago in one festival, I am a beginner. I want to take artists for that and say 2 hours to can say okay, I invite this girl to dance. When I go, please dance with me. She say me no. I never forget this feeling, and this is the reason I always say yes and always smile. Okay, maybe sometimes I'm sick, maybe sometimes I have pain, I'm tired, but always smile because for me, the social dance is the most important of the festival.
So I think that artists, they are first of all humans, and it's not about they dance less or more. It depends how they feel. Their body is not perfect. As a human being, they can feel bad or sick, or they can be so tired because they had 5 or 10 events, one after another. So on the last one, they might dance less than on the previous one. And it's not because they think too much about themselves or they don't want to dance, they don't want to socialize. It's just because they are tired. and for me it's a normal thing, and people have to understand that like them, one day they wake up and they are so happy, they want to do many things, and the other day they can wake up and they can feel sick, and even though they go to the work, they do their work, but they try to reserve their energy to do the work that is really necessary, like give class, talk, answer the questions, teach, and make a show. But if after they are dead, what people want them to do? Maybe they cannot, you know. And for me, it's like this. So if I don't dance too much socially, it's because I'm really, really tired. But other day, if I feel good, I don't have show or I've finished the show and I have a lot of energy, I'm gonna stay until the end and I will dance with everybody. So one day is like this, another one is like this. We're not robots. So for me, it's about this, and I think the people who comes to the congresses, they have to have a little bit more respect to the artists too, because as to humans, if they respect us, I think that we're gonna respect them back. You know, if they smile, for example, I dance 10 dances, and I just grabbed the water to drink, and the guy, he watched me 10 dances, he see that I'm trying to drink, and he asking me to dance. Like, seriously? And when I say, like, okay, can we dance the next one? He get upset, he get mad, and he go back like, you know, she's stuck up or whatever. It's not fair. I said that I'm gonna dance with him, but in the next song, so I can breathe a little bit, and then I can give a smile to him. I can enjoy the dance, because if I will force myself, then he's not gonna win, and I will look bad. That I don't want to dance, and I don't want to do this. So guys have to see this. It's about women, the same about men. Girls making the lines of 50 girls, and a guy has to dance with one another. And when, like, I heard about great artists, and I danced with them, and they're like my favorite partners, but girls, they were saying like, oh, he was too rough, he didn't look to me. And I asked her, like, well, when did you ask him to dance? There was a huge line, and finally I get the chance to dance with him, and he was rough. Of course, he was tired. Give him a little bit to breathe, and then he will enjoy dancing with you. So for me, it's obvious, like, we have to respect each other, like, everywhere.
Miranda de Kuyff. Oh, okay. Okay. I think it depends on the congress. Some congresses have artists more on the dance floor than other congresses. I think it depends on the event or the people itself. Maybe they have personal reasons why they don't come and dance on the floor. Some people maybe like to dance social more than others. And I also see a lot of social dancers hitting on artists. I understand they want to dance with them, but they're waiting in line and they're almost jumping on guys and girls to dance with, and they never get a break, so that's not cool. I think maybe that's why they run sometimes, and they don't want to dance anymore. Maybe they're tired of this. But I also see a lot of dancers who still want to dance socially, and I think that's what people want to see. So it's nice to see them watching shows, but if you see them breaking on the dance floor socially, I think it's still pretty cool.
Yo sí pienso que ahora los artistas sí están bailando menos que antes, pero no todos. Sí es verdad que hay algunos que alcanzan un nombre y ya se olvidan que tienen que bailar con la gente, porque sí es verdad que se pasa muy bien, pero por ejemplo para la chica, bailar con... No con amateurs, sino con gente que es más brusca o que quizás tiene un olor que no es agradable y eso, nosotros no podemos hacer nada porque tenemos siempre que seguir lo que hace el chico. El chico, en cambio, sí puede elegir bailar más separado, por ejemplo en nuestro caso, que la bachata sensual es pegada. Y sí es verdad que hay veces que vas a la fiesta, los días que bailamos menos es porque a lo mejor te sientes cansada, no te sale nada, después bailas con alguien y te hace daño, esos días dices, me voy a la cama porque ya no puedo hacer nada. Y sí creo que es importante para los congresos, porque hay mucha gente que va a los congresos solo para bailar, que no ve ni los shows, ni le interesan los talleres, entonces para esa gente le da igual, pero hay mucha gente que paga su entrada esperando a ver artistas que los tienen como idolatrados, entonces quieren bailar con ellos, quieren tomar sus talleres, quieren verlo bailar. Entonces yo creo que aunque se alcance un nombre, siempre se tiene que intentar seguir bailando los sociales, es muy importante.
Yes, I think that artists are dancing less and less. Why that is, I reckon that more and more girls feel like it's dangerous out there to dance with a lot of the guys, because there's a risk of injury. As a leader, you can control what you're leading to the girl, and therefore there's a lot less chances of getting injured. But if you're dancing with a guy who's just seen you spinning on stage and doing all these crazy moves, he's thinking, whoa, I can do the same thing with her. But unfortunately it's not always the case, so we can't stop up to a certain level what the guys are leading us, and it's a lot scarier as a girl, I think, to be on the dance floor and being led all these crazy moves. And the other thing I think is, depending on when your show is, whether it's early on in the Congress or later on in the Congress, you want to save your energy. So you'll find that a lot of artists, or I find that if they've danced on Friday or Saturday, you'll see them all night on Saturday, all night on Sunday. But if their show is on Sunday, then there'll be less dance floor time for them. But if I think if it's important or not, I definitely think that it is, because when I look back at myself when I started dancing salsa, I paid to dance with these artists at the end of the day. That was one of the package. I mean, I took classes, I watched their shows, but I aspired to have at least one dance with them. And it's a bit disappointing, I think, to pay all that money and travel all the way, in my case from Dubai, and not to be able to dance with all these people. So that's pretty much it.
Yes, I think that the general theory that professional dancers dance less is, I think it honestly depends on the artist. I can understand why some artists would dance less, because get tired after years and years of working hard and putting together shows and social dancing. In my case, I actually dance less now than I used to many years ago, but I'm known for dancing a lot, socially speaking. So I think there are some artists though, and I can name a couple: Magna, Rodrigo. There are artists that actually dance a lot. So I think it really just depends on the artist and how connected they are with the social dancing aspect, and how they can separate the work from the pleasure. Because if you think about it, when you do something a lot, sometimes you do get tired of it. I get physically tired, but I'm not tired of dancing. But now even I have to take breaks, and I am getting older, as you mentioned before. As far as how important it is, actually I think you raised a good point. I never really thought about that now there is such a high level of dance, socially speaking, amongst the audience, the attendees to congresses and festivals, that you're right, I don't think is as necessary, but I think it adds a lot. I have danced with people who have been very grateful, actually, that I've danced with them, whether they ask me or I take the initiative to ask them. So even though it isn't as necessary, I think that personally speaking, it still makes an impact to the individual. But I think now there are so many fantastic, sometimes I will watch the audience dance just for me to learn. Because, in the end, there are people doing some new and crazy things. So that's my overall assessment. I think social dancing is not, for the professionals, is probably not as necessary as before, but I think it's an inspiring asset that should never go away. That's pretty much it.
So there is a little bit of confusion right now, and a lot of topics surrounding artists dancing less than before. If that's true or not, I guess everybody judged by their own experience in a way, but if I have to be honest with you from my point of view, I do agree it is probably less than before. I think that the reason for it being is very often, like we spoke here already, early flight to catch, overload of work, many classes, and also another point of view that I need to put across here is the fact that people also want to have some personal time with the artist. So them not being on the dance floor 24/7 and giving their 100% dance after dance and sweating, it doesn't mean that they don't contribute the same way to the salsa scene and the socializing with people. I believe for us, we also very much like to get to know people that come to our classes and support us. So we have some personal time, and it's always easier to have more group and conversation together rather than just dance with one person and give your 100 attention to one person. So we definitely like, for example, do some activities on the larger scale like rueda or some animation, because this way we incorporate everybody together and have fun together. And I think that this is another factor that a little bit is gone to the side, that very often the music is very hardcore and the dancers, like we get tired. Like I've seen Osvani so many times like sweating with the sweat in his eyes, like, you know, all wet, waiting, oh my god, I need to go to toilet, you know, because I want to refresh. It's not comfortable for us as an artist to be there all sweaty and sticky and dance with everybody, because we also care about this part. It has to be the hygiene. So, you know, Osvani is like crazy to go and refresh because he feels uncomfortable, and then he's like, please don't say no to me now, everybody's watching. So there is a little bit of pressure on us on this side as well, which sometimes make a little bit of confusion because we don't want to hurt feelings. And it's not, no, I don't want to dance with you because I'm an artist and I don't care about you, not at all. Opposite, right? Opposite. It's just the fact that, you know, you want to keep your work to the best standards and you want to provide your 100% energy. So if he danced 10 songs on me in a row, non-stop, and somebody, please, 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 you're like, yes,
but
can
in
you
this kind of
song?
situations, do you find people understanding?
Not always, I must
supporting
say.
you?
Not always. Sometimes people take it the bad way and they take it very personal. And this is not our point. This is not our aim. We don't want hurt feelings. And so sometimes this creates a little bit of tension. And of course, I see not only us having this struggle, also other artists. So I think sometimes there is a little bit of confusion and people think, oh, you are getting paid to dance with us all night. So you're not allowed to be at the bar for a drink to refresh. You have to be here dancing all night.
You're arrogant.
Yeah, but which is we not that, like that at all. And if we can speak from our part, that would never be the case. It's just a moment to take a deep breath, because doing classes all day, it's not only the 1 hour of class that we're teaching or the rehearsal of 10 minutes and then the show of 4 minutes. We give ourselves from Friday leaving at home, coming back Monday and sleeping all day to recover. So it's not only the specified hours that we are working. We're working 24/7 when we are at the festival. Our time is social time also with people and getting to know each other. And that's why I think also we have followers who appreciate that, and this give us more inspiration and we want to give even more to them. So,
but you're humans.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Thank you very much. So I wish to be a machine, but we also get tired. Trust me. So, I wish to be like a bomb of energy 24/7, but we do need some deep breath and, but I definitely think it should be more fun. People sometimes take things too seriously and they take it very strict. Oh no, the floor is slippery. Oh no, this is too sticky. When I started dancing, I didn't care about the floor. In Cuba, they dance without shoes, with shoes, on concrete, on the beach, everywhere, in the park, without shoes. I think it's very good that people being professional about this because the level is very high. But on the other hand, it's very important to maintain the healthy balance, I would say, because it's social dance. It's not a ballroom competition. So it's very nice to smile, socialize. It's like we always take this example in our classes. Sometimes guys don't even look at you. Do you want to dance? They're like, and that's the worst thing somebody can do that to me, because it's social. We have to have eye contact. Hey, would you like to dance? Of course, yes. But if somebody comes, I'll be like, okay, I don't think I'm going to enjoy this dance, but let me go.
Did it happen to you to be basically dragged on the dance floor? It did, right? Just to,
yeah.
Because I think it's nicer to,
of course.
It's like if you want to date someone.
Yeah, it's about education. It's about etiquette of just social behavior, I believe. So it's just nice that how we say in the class also, dance is a body language. So I don't like these dances like a dancer take me and want to show off in front of everybody because I dance with the artist, so let me use all my moves. And when they found out you can spin, they spin you 100 times one way, then other. And like I said the other week, we don't need to drink alcohol. We get dizzy from spinning, you know? So it's about connecting with a partner, connecting with the music, and bring out the emotion and enjoyment more rather than focusing on structure, technique, and if the music is too fast or it's too slow, you can take a break. Nobody said you have to dance every song all night. If you don't like to drink alcohol, because that's another comment I hear a lot now, no, the artists get drunk and they don't care about. It's not true, because I know people that don't need alcohol to be crazy and dance all night. So alcohol is definitely one factor, but I think it's not a reason to criticize others for they drink or they don't drink. It's their personal attention, it's personal thing. Of course, if they behave accurately and respect the participants and other people. I don't think anybody should have an insight into that and kind of criticize on that part.
Yeah, I somehow noticed that some of the artists, like categories of artists actually, and some of them actually they really socialize, some of them a bit less, some never. And the facts, I think that it's somehow normal, because when you see an artist dancing all week, invited every weekend to a different congress, it becomes such a habit that at the end maybe they're just tired, or they maybe just don't want to do it all the time, and maybe they want to pick the right dance with the right dance partner. If I agree with that or not, well, as a dancer, for example, if I go to the congress, I would love, for example, to share my dance with such a known artist, that one or that one or that one, somehow where my level is to it, and just like to enjoy it as I want to enjoy it. But I think also that like socializing with artists themselves is not really necessary to have fun, because I think that the level of salsa is growing so much. They have like a lot of talents and good dancers who have even the same level as some artists, and we can still have fun with them, and like without somehow approaching those artists and bothering them, I would say. So I would say I'm like half-half. Like I agree, I don't agree. I agree because I want somehow to reach those dancers, and I mean, also okay, it's not really interesting because somehow there are other dancers with who I can share my passion without any problem.
I think it was more artists on the dance floor before, but the artists go on dance floor, but they stay not long time. Maybe they go early to sleep or something like this. I think maybe there is a lot of reason. First, we have a lot of congress all weekend. So maybe one time we are tired, and sometimes we have a lot of workshop, and sometimes the workshop is very early. So when you have class at 10 or 11, it's difficult to stay and stop the party at 6 o'clock, because you need to be good for the class and you need to be good for the next party, for the last night. And I think sometimes the atmosphere could be push the people to go sleep. For me, if the party is very dark, I don't want to stay in the kizomba room, because I'm going to dance and not to make hugs. So I prefer stay one moment outside in another room and go sleep, because I cannot enjoy in my room. So that's why. And I think it's very, very important that artists have a social time with people, because the people are coming to dance with us, and it's very important for us to dance with the people, because if we want to make the level grow up, we have to feel what is the level. But if we don't dance with these people, we can never see and never know. So I think it's very important. Maybe it's difficult to stay all the night, but maybe you can stay and go at 2 or 3 o'clock, that's okay, and dance with people.
I think that I don't agree. I see a lot of events where the artists dance and share the social dance with people who come for the festival. But I think it depends of energy you bring in the room. I think that people don't need to care about style and everything, and they need to mix the energy. And from the moment you have a good mixing of energy, everybody will share and mix the dance and dance with the artist. And I can just understand that sometimes artists who go to big festival, they can be maybe tired, and I don't know. So some people, they will say they don't dance with other, but in my opinion, they dance with everybody, and I think that's it. Qu'est-ce que je peux encore dire? You will cut, you will, yeah. C'est quoi encore? Donc il y a encore quoi? C'était ça par rapport au social, puis après.
Par rapport au social, par rapport à l'énergie, t'as dit déjà.
Yeah, that's it. Just dance and mix the energy.